Hey guys, this is Gray here again, back with another video. I got a kappa here for you guys that came in because it's not working. This is the Cobra slide with the added kappa customs frame and a polymer grip, and I'll show you guys the name because I don't know it anymore at the top of my head. And it has an Airsoft Masterpiece Affinity magwell. It can also be a Gunsmith Bose one, but I really don't know. So we are going to see. The first thing I already saw, it keeps locked back like this. Then some of you guys will think, oh, it locks on the slide stop, but no, it locks on the hammer right here. So when I push it down, the slides unlocks again. And what I also saw is that the nozzle is broken. I could see that already because the valve, yeah, you can already see it on the camera. The valve is already broken, so we need to change that one out. But first I wanna fix the issue with the hammer not locking down. So we're gonna check that first, but first what I want to do is clean the whole frame. So let's do that first. Yes, let's start taking off the magwell. Here we go. Let's put that here. Put this here. And one thing I'm already noticing, this part is already, I don't know if I'm wrong, but this housing seems a bit shorter than what I am used to, but it can also be my imagination. So let's just check further. We're gonna take the safeties off. Let's make sure the plunger is well cared for, that I don't lose the spring of it. Here we go, we got a cow leaf spring again. One of my favorite leaf springs, or sear springs, however you guys call it. But let's take the plunger out first. There we go. Here we go. With the spring. And the safeties. Maybe it's better if I zoom a little bit out, like this. Yeah, this will be much better, I think. So, yeah, this will clean later. But let's just first work on the frame. I could always see it doesn't have a frame screw, so I only need to take off the grip screws. Let's see. Because sometimes, while I start cleaning it, sometimes that can already help a good cleaning. I know that the hicapa custom frames are built the same like the stock frames. So I had to take the screw out from the sides. I have to take the grip out. And if you guys know by now, I think that is an annoying system. But yeah, I'm not. There are reasons for it. So. Here we got the sear, and this is an AM disconnector, and we got an AM sear. This is sear you get when you buy a new steel hammer. Those things come in sets, so you get a sear, a valve knocker. And oh yeah, this is also the same. This is also the valve knocker you get with that set. So we're just gonna clean this all up So let's do that. Let me just grab a piece of paper. So what I'm going to try in this video is going to fix this one in one sitting, because I really don't know what's wrong with it. But that problem that you guys saw can be a sear problem, a leaf spring problem. It can even be a hammer problem. It can even be a BBU problem, what I have in recent builds, including my own, where I changed the BBU and it was hanging underneath the BBU. But the one I got before it, and it was the same one, the Edge V2 that I always use. I only changed that one out, and I got it got stuck under the BBU. So that was the only thing that's changed. So it could only be the BBU. So that's a bit how I look at things. I can also already see that the hammer, the pin is not completely true. So I can still go, if you can see it, not too much light, I can still go over it. Like, look, it gets stuck here. Now I'm already pushing, so I can't get my nail underneath it. So I'm gonna fix that, because that needs to be smooth. So we're just gonna grab a Dremel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smooth this part out so it doesn't hit anything. It will be done really fast. So I smoothed it a bit out. Not the cleanest job, but now my nail doesn't get stuck underneath. So it will not get stuck to the sides of the frame. So that's what you don't want to get and what don't want to have. I don't know what happened with the recent hammers of AM, but yeah, they just don't go fully in, even with a lot of power with the pin driver. Then even they just don't go in. That last few millimeters, they just don't go in. So recent hammers, even my own, I just smooth out, man. I just smooth them out to don't have that annoying type of things. And clean this up for a bit. I can zoom a little bit in for you guys, so you can see it much better. Maybe I need to fix the light a bit for the next video. But yeah, maybe for another kappa it won't. This light will be fine, but this kappa is pretty shiny, like a lot of gold and chrome gold parts. But I do like the gold on the Cobra slide. Like this is this will look great with the new, I think it was the Albatross grip safety. I'm not sure, from Edge, I don't know. But there was one grip safety that has the same chrome finish, the same gold chrome finish, and that's from the recent line of Edge. And that is in. Let's go for another part. tight. Let's put the valve knocker back. First the spring. Yes, there's an annoying way to do it, but let's just try it. Oh, I almost had it. But the spring on this one is really loose on this frame. As you can see, like, there's a lot of room on it, as you can see. So bear with me guys, I'll get it in, I'll get it back in, but it's not the easiest thing to do, apparently. No, I keep missing it. The thing is, I need to use the valve knocker and like guide the spring with the valve knocker towards the socket where it is supposed to be, but it feels like the trigger is really too short or something, but I don't think it is. I mean the spring. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Okay, let's put the hammer and sear back. Oh yeah, and the disconnector. First the disconnector, then the sear. Oh, oops. And that's in. Here we go. Now we put everything back together. The annoying stock system. I really don't know why they made this choice though, because I really, if you guys know, I really love how the advanced frames work, but yeah, I really can't understand the choice. And here we go. Okay, let's put back everything together. Let's just start with the grip. Put the grip screws back. And of course don't tighten it fully. Then tighten the other one also, but this one you can do fully. So here we go. And here we go. Then grab the grip safety. Oh wait, you guys know I always do the leaf spring first. Oh, it's getting a bit stuck. Let me just take it out again. And let's see if it's fully in. Almost. You can already see I need to bend it a little. Yes, now it fits well. Again guys, make sure the middle part is above the sear and the middle small part, like a let's just call the middle one the long one, and the disconnector one the middle long one, and this one the short one, that make sure the grip safety works. Everything needs to be above. Yes, so let's put back the grip safety. And the hammer spring housing. And because I'm not done yet, then I only put the magwell pin in, and like this it already works. Everything feels smooth too. So let's just put back the plunger and the thumb safeties. Okay, I don't know, understand the combination of like half a stock plunger and then an AIP plunger, but yeah, if it works, it works, guys. If it works, it works. Then these are still stock, but they still have a nice color of the gold match. Okay, then put something thin through. Here we go. Over there. Put something thin through, push it together, and now I can take it down. See if it works. And it does. But let's see if it now already works. If that was the problem, what I showed you guys with the hammer, because that could also be the problem, that it could hang and it was just not fully, it could not fully freely move around in the frame. So let's see if that is it. Let's hope so, and it does not. So we're not done yet. I told you guys it could be the hammer, it could be the leaf spring, and what I could see at the leaf spring, it is fine. So I'm gonna check the hammer spring housing. And let's take it out and check what is in there. And I think it's a stock one, but I'm not sure. But what I already can see is that this part is pretty long. I don't know it's from the grip, I don't recognize it. Like this is a plug that sits where the hammer strut sits upon. So let's see if maybe this part is not too long, that is already hitting underneath the hammer spring housing, because that can also be a problem. Then the hammer can't fully go back, and I think it is. So I think I still have a Kauka one lying around, so maybe let's try this one out. This one's a bit shorter, but then I know maybe that is a problem. So let's see. One thing I don't use the Kauka spring, is just for a test now, but what I could tell is that the Kauka one, its head is too big. Like the tail of this one, like, is pretty short, but the head is also really big. So there's not enough room. Let me just see what I have here. So there's not enough room, so it will sit like this, like really short on the spring. And I think inside the hammer housing and the hammer spring housing, it will bend. But if it bends to the side of the hammer housing, and for this for the aluminum grip users, it will go to the side like this, and it will just scratch inside the hammer housing, and that will give problems. But like if you use your hicapa a lot, it will give problems that aren't easily recognizable. So I already figuring that part out for a lot of people to maybe use. I use plastic ones, plastic plugs. Let me see. I use plastic plugs for that same reason, that in my aluminum grips they don't scratch itself inside, because they will hang itself inside the hammer spring housing. But let's see if it works now, if that part is not maybe too long for this hammer spring housing. So let's see. And that's also not the problem. So what we're gonna do is, can also be the grip safety, I think. Because it's really tight here. Normally there's a bit of movement on the hammer, but now there isn't. So let's see if that is a problem. So let's just take the grip safety out. There we go. And let's only put the hammer housing back, the hammer spring housing back. And let's see what it does now. Maybe then the hammer has more room for movement. So let's see if that's the problem. And it still isn't. So there we go. It still isn't. Okay guys, for you I'm going to speed up, but I have to think a little bit about this. So yeah, see you guys in a minute. Okay, so we are back. The funny thing is, I have another frame lying around here from hicapa that has issues. And one thing I noticed, this one cocks back, so that's not a problem. But the only difference on this one and the gold one is that this one still has the stock sear. And look how much movement there is, but it's not as much movement. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's not as much movement as the AM sear. Let me just, there's a lot of movement in there, more than with the stock sear. So let me just, I still have a stock sear lying around, and that's this one. That's this one. So let's just try that one out, and let's see if that helps. And if it's not, back to the drawing board. Here we go. AM sear out and stock sear back in. If it's fully together, yes it is. Screw back on. And let's see if that is the problem. Because if that is the problem, I will be really mad, because the stock, the AM sear is really an upgrade. So we'll see. what it will bring now. Let's first do the sear spring in. Here we go. And now this time I'm going to fully assemble it, but because I kind of feel that it will work now. So I'm just going to fully assemble it so I don't have more work later. Or will have more work, depends on how it will turn out. So let's see, here we go. Here we go, plunger back. Then we go for the grip safety. See if the sear spring is still there. Then let's just go with the hammer spring housing. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Put the safeties back. Safety right. And safety left. Keep pinching, put something thin between, push the plunger back, and here we go. And it works. And if it works now, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm going to be so mad. And it doesn't. So I'm still mad, of course, because it doesn't work, but I also think it's the hammer itself. But we'll see. Okay, back to the drawing board. Okay, what can also be the problem is that the hammer itself is a bit worn out, because what I can see on this one, wait, let me just put the hammer spring housing back so I can show you guys. I can see when I go on top, and maybe I can get it on camera or not. Let's try to zoom in a bit. So when I pull it back, the hammer itself can't fully lock itself. And normally from here, the BBU should help to lock it back, and then it will lock itself on the sear. But as you can see, I'm already at the point of locking, and it just doesn't want to lock, like here. Normally it should already lock, and I have a build right here that I can show you where it does. Let's see if we can get it on camera. Let's see. Oh, whoops. And I'm at the point of locking, and it locks itself already. I'm not even fully back, so it already locks itself. So I think maybe the hammer itself is worn, because now it already locks. So one thing I had lying around, I still had a stock hammer lying around. This one is really fresh because I just took it out of my sleeper build, so it hasn't been used. So that's cool. That's really nice for this to just test it out. So we're gonna take it back out again. This will be a long thing to do for me, but a short thing for you guys, because I am going to edit this part out again, because you already know how to take it out, disassemble it and assemble it at this point. So we are just going to edit this part out. Okay, now we assembled it again, and it was definitely the hammer. Meanwhile, I also took out the broken nozzle. As you can see, there's a broken valve blocker. So we're just gonna put this back. You can keep the shell, maybe it's usable in the future. But one thing I already noticed, so if I rack it normally, it will still hang itself on the slide, on the BBU, the hammer. But if I like push it down towards the frame and then rack it, then it keeps going, as you can see. So maybe I can fix that, but it should work now. It should work because now I have enough power. Let me just grab something, make sure there are no BBs inside. So as you can see, no BBs, it's already fully in. And let's see if there are no BBs inside the bucking, and there is none. So let's see if it shoots now, because before that it wasn't. And now it does. So off screen I'm going to work on it a bit more, but now I know what the problem is, and maybe I can fix the other issue now that still hangs on the BBU, but not when it's doing this. So this will be a bit of a, maybe a sear problem, but I will work on that on my own time. So I'm going to end the video right here, so you guys can enjoy your evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Next time I will have another build that I need to fix, and that will be, I think, a 4.3 again. So we'll see. I'll see you guys next time, guys. Peace.